Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be looking at Ravencoin, RVN. It's hanging on by a trend line, but is it just about to break out? Let's take a look. I'm going to start off on the daily time frame here. And as you can see, the bump and run pattern that we were looking at last time is still holding. I said the bump and run was happening. We got the breakout, and there were two possibilities. We can have the bump and run work out and we continue on to the upside, or the bump and run can fail and it can start falling down this line here and then eventually break through. Well, we got the breakout and it is falling down the line. It has not broken through yet. I have not moved this line at all. It just continues to touch the line, go up a little bit more, touch the line, and go up. And as you can see, we are forming a falling wedge, which is normally a bullish pattern. So we're hoping to get a breakout here pretty soon. The target for this breakout would be the top of the wedge, which would bring us all the way back up to 5 cents, which is where we were at our previous high. One thing we can look at is the Fibonacci here. Go from the previous low, bring it to the top. And as you can see, we are just hanging on by the 786. So we did dip below the 786 just for a day, and then the next day we jumped right back above it. That touched the trend line down here, and now we're holding on to the 786. We've got, if we zoom in, a couple of green candles here on the daily. We do have a bullish hammer coming in right here, which is good, and it looks like we're forming a nice bottom wick on today, which we've got 17 hours left at the time of this video. If we do have a higher low as well. How these falling wedges work, the good news for an upward breakout would be if we came down, we hit resistance, touch support, hit resistance, touch support, and then we don't make it all the way back down. The best way to, or I guess the most bullish scenario for these falling wedges is that we do hold this 786 line right here, and we don't go down any further. If we close a candle below the 786 on the daily, I'm going to say that we're going to fall to the downside, would be my assumption. If we do, so we don't want to see it break below the 786, which right now is sitting roughly around 0278. So we want to see probably today or maybe the next 4 days, 2 or 3 days maybe. So maybe it has to be, if we're going to break to the upside, I would say we have to break out by September 5th at the latest. Otherwise, I do think that there's a good chance that this fails. It's a failed bump and run pattern and a failed falling wedge, and that means we're just going to fall probably quite a bit further. So we need to be aware of that. But we do have some bullish candles, although it just turned red on me right now. But we do have this bullish hammer. We're still working on it here, holding the 786, which is good. Then if we do get up to the previous high here at 5 cents, which this horizontal green line, let me just point that out, that's the Ethereum merge. So let's zoom out here so we can see what we've been looking at for quite some time now. We've been holding this support line ever since March 14th of 2020. So that's the COVID crash right there. And so we've been holding the support line since the COVID crash. We had this massive move to the upside for Ravencoin back in January of 2021, which I've pointed out before. This was, well, if you go from there, from right here at just over 1 cent, all the way up to the peak here at 28 cents, you're looking at a 1,700% move that happened in 26 days. So yeah, that's pretty quick. So the bullish scenario here is we would break out from this falling wedge, complete this bump and run pattern, which the target of this bump and run pattern is all the way up at 13.5 cents, which I could see us getting probably out of this resistance that we've been kind of following here. We'd probably hit up here, break above if it's bullish, hit the 618, come back and retest. This would be after the Ethereum merge. So if we do get a quick move, if we did like a 26-day move like we did previously from today, that would put us September 28th, which means right around, if we did a 26% move or a 26 days We did another large move to get us up to this 9 to 10 cent region in 26 days or less, could be less, and then we move up even higher for the 26 days. We're looking at before the end of September, we would see a move. If it doesn't happen like that, I mean, it could, you know, we could hit this, get rejected right at the resistance line, come back down, retest this 382 Fibonacci support, maybe even go a little bit lower to, well, actually, this is pretty solid support here. So if we actually get above the 5 cent level, then we've got plenty of support. Previous support, and then resistance, resistance. If we break through, come back down to retest, and then break out. I could see that happening too for the bullish scenario. Now, for the bearish scenario, that means that we're going to fail. If we fail out of this falling wedge right here, like I said, I do believe that we're going to, at minimum, come back down to retest this support down here. And if that happens, that's probably because Ethereum and Bitcoin have just taken a major dump to the downside, which has taken the market with them right around the ETH merge. That is possible that there's going to be a big dump coming up on the ETH merge. I've been more on the bullish side, but I'm always kind of on the bullish side. So I've been on the bullish side thinking that the ETH merge is going to create some kind of quick move to the upside. Before or after or right after. But, you know, the other scenario is it's, you know, big crash coming on the ETH merge. Everybody's selling their Ethereum right around that time. And so that could bring us all the way down to the previous support. Now, if we break through that, yeah, we're just going to fall. And my assumption is the next line of support is going to be around 10121. Then after that, we're getting pretty low here. Final decent support is around 1 cent exactly. And then down to basically nothing. Which was, you know, this little wick right here. If Ravencoin's going to do anything for the future, it's got to hold, well, I would say it has to hold 1 cent. Otherwise, it's basically going to turn into the next Luna coin, go to zero. So that's kind of what I see on Ravencoin for the short term. We're kind of hoping to see in the next few days what's going to happen. Now, if this does, actually, I was just thinking about it. It's the weekend right now. The weekend's coming up, and so September 5th would be Monday, which that would put us at the very end right here. So Monday, I mean, if the weekend just kind of held us in this area around where we're at right now, just for a couple of days, and then Monday comes and we get all the weekday volume coming in, we might be able to see that upside breakout around that time. But we'll just have to wait and see. That's what I got for Ravencoin right now. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that other stuff. I'm not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.